Hello everyone, welcome back to a new video. This time I want to pour flowers and you see me already mixing my white. So I'm going with 4 drops of the Pigment Drops from Etter Art and I'm just seeing if the white is alright. I'm just mixing it very well. I thought it was not yet too opaque. Well, it should not be opaque really, but it was still too thin. Let's put it this way. It was too thin with my white, so I put another drop of the Pigment Drops into my white, and I also add a little bit of the pearl. It's a mica, and I'm just stirring this very well. I like this little sheen of the pearl mica, so this is what I'm doing, and now I'm quite happy with my white. I didn't let the resin set. I'm using the Mastercast Resin. It's a thick resin and it doesn't need to have waiting time. I also already poured my resin into the mold, my clear resin. Now I'm just giving it a quick torch before I just start pouring my colors. First color is an opaque alcohol ink and it's the Egg Knocked from Octopus. So I'm very curious how this is going to be, putting this into the center, if it's getting in the middle a little fluffy effect, or I don't know. So I just thought I'd just try it. So my second color is the Bottle Green. It's a wonderful green tone from Octopus. These are resin inks now. And I'm just dropping it around my yellow color. I think it's looking quite interesting how the resin inks are reacting to it. It already looks like a flower. So now I'm taking this Sweet Cherry. It's also resin ink from Octopus, and I'm just pouring, or I'm just dropping around a little bit at the outside with my green, at my green. You see what I'm doing, just where those I don't know how to say this, where those drops are meeting, where you saw what I've done. And now I'm just taking my dotting tool and I'm just swirling a little bit so I don't have the fixed color. Doing this for all the 4 coasters because I want to get a rather similar design. And please, when you do this, when you use your dotting tool, never put it too deep into your mold. Never touch the bottom, otherwise you have marks on your mold and you see it on the other side. And when your mold is rather new, like mine is now, because I got a new round mold from MoldsandShapes, you know, it's still very, very shiny, and it would be a pity if you just damage it from the beginning. So just be careful with your dotting tool. So now you saw me taking my white and I'm just pouring into a spiral, but the spiral is rather thick. Squeezing my cup very much, so that's why the resin is rather thick coming out of this cup. And I'm doing the same for all the 4 coasters, because everyone who knows me knows that I love to have similar coasters and to have a matching set. But this is just me. You can, of course, do your patterns, do everything you like to do, change the colors for every coasters, but I really love to have the same design, and that's why I'm mostly doing it. Now I'm just taking the rest of my white and I'm just pouring around the outer ring because there's still space. And this again I'm doing for all the 4 coasters. Now I'm almost run out of my white, but my white will be used completely. So I don't have any left over from my white, which is good. So my coasters are rather filled to the rim, not that they are doming, so I could have used a little bit more of resin, but well, this time I miscalculated a little bit, but it doesn't matter. You can always trim off the rim, get rid of the sharp edges, or you could make a thin back layer, which I don't want to do because I love to have the clear sometimes. Anyway, now I'm just doing my pattern, and I'm only going with my dotting tool from the outside in, and I'm doing this till I have many little petals, so you see it. I'm not doing this for the whole 4 coasters in that speed, so I just speeded up a little bit my video, so you're not getting too bored. But that's what I'm doing. I love to have these little petals, this narrow petals. This is something I really adore. But again, this is up to everyone else what they prefer to do. So you are free in whatever pattern you are doing. I gave them a little swirl, and now this is the close-up, and I'm quite curious how these are going to turn out with the blending of the colors with the green and the red. And I'm not sure what's the Opaque resin is doing, if it's giving a little bit very fluffy effect in the center. So I need to wait and see. Time for demolding, and I must admit, this is 3 days later. They're really cured because I was on the weekend, I was in London, and I really enjoyed myself being in England with my boyfriend. It was really lovely. I really enjoyed the time over there. But when I came home, I wanted to demold, and I did it after 5 minutes. I was back home because I was so curious how these would turn out. And I'm very curious now. And look at this. I really love them because there's still the green a little bit with the petals, but the green is also like stuck in the center, and the colors are separated a little bit, but the blending still is very beautiful and very light with the green, with the red, and I really adore them. I really love this. And do you see the 3D effect when you look at the sides of the coasters? This is what I adore as well. And the last one. And I think where the swirls are, oops, you see a little bit of the yellow. And this is what I really love. I think they're really looking very cute and very 3D. You will see it now with the final reveal. I'm not giving it a rim. I don't know if you would give them a rim, you know, with the color, with the gold or whatsoever. I'm curious about what you are thinking, but I really adore these. I really adore the color combination. So with this, I love and leave you, and I thank you for watching. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.